Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we're here to talk about a bit of a YouTube issue that's been happening. And I've tried to sort of stay out of it, but I thought I would have my own 2 cents about it. Now, there's been issues with YouTube's algorithm, which is sort of the way they do search engines or the way that people find things. And it seems like a lot of the big YouTube channels has been affected, losing quite a few views here and there and subscriptions. There's also been an issue with people being unsubscribed and things like that. And so what I think the issue is that YouTube, the website itself, doesn't make a lot of money. I think it still makes a loss for Google. And they're trying to push different content and more ads and different videos up. And some of the big YouTubers have been around for a long time now, and it seems like they're trying to put more of a focus on other people too. Now, it's an interesting thing because obviously the other part of the title of this is PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber in the world, has threatened to delete his channel at 50 million views. 50 million subscribers, as I should say properly. Now, that move is more of a stunt than anything else. He is trying to gain the attention of YouTube and try to solve the problem. And he is probably the only person that could possibly do that with the amount of subscribers that he has. Now, I'm sure that smaller YouTubers have had issues of unsubscribes and things like that. I possibly have had that issue before with some subscribers disappearing from me, probably about 20 or 30 or more over the past year and a half doing this show, or nearly 2 years. But I think it's kind of annoying that the big YouTubers only complain when it's happening to them. And smaller YouTubers, I think, have probably been affected a little longer. And they're having a whinge about, well, when it comes down to the end of it, it's really about the losing money over this. For Nintendo Ninja News, we don't make any money because we don't really put ads on our sort of videos. We've thought about it, but we just don't make the views to gain any benefit out of it. You know, we need to do like tens of thousands of views a day, and we don't do that. We don't have those numbers or subscriptions. It's so there's been issues with even with our channel. It's just, clicking the subscribe button isn't enough now. There's a notification bell that you need to click on as well to do that. And YouTube has replaced things with trending, which you look on the trending page, most of it is just, silly stuff, pointless stuff, not really big views at all. And there's other things like recommendations, which some of the recommendations are horrible. Even PewDiePie talking about, porno type pictures and crazy titles and clickbait stuff, which is now coming through the recommended videos and stuff like that. So there's obviously a few issues that the big YouTubers have. And YouTube has come out and sort of said, well, there isn't really any problems. Everything's fine here and dandy. But I think they may fess up and say there is something not quite right. To PewDiePie, who is threatening to quit YouTube. Well, his YouTube channel he may delete it at 50 million and start again. He could do it and find the challenge of doing another channel a fun thing to do. He would get millions of subscribers in his first month, so I don't think that would be an issue for him. But he would lose a lot of money, but he is worth a lot of money. He is worth millions, so financially, he doesn't have any problems. So, for Nintendo Ninja News, it doesn't really affect us too much. And oddly enough, the last few months, we've been getting a lot more views. So maybe the algorithm is actually working for us in terms of, we're a smaller YouTube channel. We haven't been around for that long, and we're getting a bit of help from that. So maybe that's the case. I don't know, but it is very interesting to look at these issues and things like that. It would be nice if the big YouTubers looked out for the smaller ones more often, instead of, they're making complaints now and saying, oh, the small YouTubers are being affected too. But let's be honest, they're thinking mostly about themselves at the end of the day. So it's an interesting sort of discussion. Obviously, this is not Nintendo, but it is something that affects YouTube and affects us in some small way, and it'll be interesting to see what it will happen. So tell us what you think. Have you been unsubscribed from my channel, and have you have issues trying to find my content? So that is it from me, and I shall see you later on.